Every parent lives in fear of a moment like this.
This is a really unnerving reminder.
And it can happen anywhere at any time.
This is disturbing stuff.
Lawton, Oklahoma, December 26, 2019. It's the day after Christmas, and it's lunchtime at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steakburgers. A woman enters the restaurant with 3 children. She's their grandmother. She sits the 2 youngest children down at the table, a 2-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl. Then, the eldest child, a 12-year-old girl, and the grandmother leave the small children for a moment to go to the counter to get their soft drinks. And when she returns, something shocking happens. Another woman walks over to the table where the 2 youngest children are seated.
The woman behaves in a manner that would maybe let people who were onlookers believe that she knew these children.
And it gets even stranger.
She goes so far as to kiss the children.
But the children don't know this strange woman at all.
Why on earth would a woman approach the children of someone else in a restaurant like this? What's going on here?
After hugging the girl and kissing the young boy, she leaves their table and goes to the counter.
The kind of behavior she exhibits, there's clearly something wrong with her.
The children's grandmother seems confused. Could this be someone who knows her grandchildren? But she's about to find out that the strange woman has more sinister intentions. When her back is turned, the woman returns to the table and does the unthinkable. She snatches the 2-year-old boy. A call goes out to 911.
The employees saw everything, and
an officer is going to be dispatched.
98 from here and out to Freddy.
Just a few miles away, the children's mother, Crystal Phillips, is hard at work. She hasn't been able to get to her phone in hours.
It was the day after Christmas. I work at the hospital. I get a few calls, but I can't check it because, we're really busy.
She doesn't yet know she's already received the call every mother dreads.
So on my downtime, I saw my phone and I got 3 missed calls, one from my daughter, one from my mom, one from my husband. And so finally, when I'm able to call back, my mom answers frantically, "Someone tried to take your child."
I'm not gonna lie, the Southern rage just took over. I was hot. It was just a total shock factor. It was like, how does this happen?
Crystal and Stedman immediately leave their respective places of work and race to the restaurant.
I didn't need to hear anything else. I just imagined the worst. You see news stories of child abduction. It's kind of like every mom's worst fear.
The worst part for me was not being able to be there for them, because my biggest thing is, as a dad, that's your #1 job, is to protect the kids. That's all I'm here for.
Who is this woman, and what does she want with their son?
Abduction is probably one of the scariest things that any of us, and especially any of us who are parents, could ever imagine. Often, abductions result in permanent tragedy.
I went to go get straws.
That's when Michaela notices the strange woman watching her and her 2-year-old brother.
She didn't seem right. She just didn't look like she was all there. She didn't look normal. Give them both a hug and kiss both of them. I was like, that's weird. People don't kiss other people's kids. Then when she picked up my brother, she was saying that it was her baby. My brother, he didn't really know what was happening.
But before the woman can leave the restaurant with the small child, Michaela springs into action.
When she picked up my brother, she was saying that it was her baby, and then I just kept yelling back that it was my brother and it wasn't her baby, and that she needs to stop touching my brother.
Then, Michaela does something brave. She tries to save her little brother.
I was very mad. I felt like I gotta get there, I gotta go, I gotta grab him.
Michaela literally pulls Brett out of the woman's arms.
She started yelling at me that it was her son and to give him back, but I started yelling back that she needs to stop touching my brother, and I told her that if she touched him again, we were gonna have problems.
Her quick thinking and decisive actions buy enough time for her grandmother and a waitress to come to his rescue. At last, he is safe. When Michaela's relieved parents arrive at the restaurant, managers replay the chilling footage to show them exactly what happened to their children.
He showed me the video and I recorded it on my phone. That was just like crushing to me. So the fact that she picked him up like that was a lot of force to use. That wasn't just a hug. She used force to pick him up. That's when I understood that this woman is not mentally stable. And I don't know if that made me feel better or terrified me more.
But the video also shows her just how brave her daughter Michaela really was.
She's always been like that, though. She's a protective person by nature. She'll stick up for anyone. She'll, protect anyone. That's just how she is.
This is my tomboy. Just like her father, she won't cry or anything.
The strange woman leaves the restaurant still unidentified. So many questions linger. Who is this woman? What does she want with a 2-year-old boy? And where did she plan to take him?
The thing that was really bad was the restaurant's right next to a freeway. So if she would have just made out the door, we don't know what was going to happen there.
Who knows what could have happened? My worst fear is that it means she was homeless, that if she took him, I wouldn't be able to find him. If she's living on the street, there's no known addresses to hunt down. Where would I even start looking?
1 week later, police finally identify the mysterious woman who tried to snatch 2-year-old Brett Phillips, Michelle Renee Litton. A warrant is issued for her arrest for a felony count of forcibly taking away a child. She is taken into custody on January 2nd, 2020.
But when they caught her, I felt better. But I try not to think about it because it's my baby brother.
It turns out Michelle Renee Litton has had multiple prior interactions with law enforcement and suffers from mental illness.
I feel like she does need help, 100%. I don't think she was purposely targeting him. I think she was just looking for a little boy, to replace her son that she said she had.
She's not cognizant of what's going on. So her sitting in jail, I feel like that's not going to do anything. Let's honestly get her help and let's get her off the street, rehabilitate her. There's going to be a lot more positivity towards her and towards, everyone.
Despite their young son's agonizing brush with danger, Stedman and Crystal are relieved to know there's someone in their family who won't hesitate to do the right thing.
Oh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of her. I have these 2 little kids and, I worry about them, but, knowing that she has the ability to protect them when I'm not there, I'm very grateful for that.